Hey everyone, this is Rob Nearspaw Animation Bliss, and welcome to my anime discussion series. So today's anime discussion is going to be on my thoughts on the Seven Deadly Sins. And before I get into my thoughts about this series, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It can be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean there was a bit of anime news released during the week that I wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. So now let's get into. Oh, and also every Monday I have the top 50 animated facts series where I go over 15 facts dealing with an animated series that was suggested by the viewers. So tune in every Monday for the top 50 animated facts series. So now let's get into this new series I just got into, and that's called The Seven Deadly Sins. And it's an anime series that was released on Netflix. And for the next few weeks, I'll be doing something like this, like I'll be doing my thoughts videos on a lot of shows that I'm watching because I'm really behind on a lot of cartoons that's just recently being released, and I wanted to make sure I let everybody know that I'm trying to keep up with all these new cartoons. So I'll be doing a lot of my thoughts on this cartoon and that cartoon video or this anime series video because I want to get caught up with all the shows that I had missed out on since I didn't have Netflix or Hulu at the time. Well, I had Hulu for a while, but I hadn't really used it. So, now would be a really good time to start using Hulu, and I just got Netflix, so I'm trying to get caught up on all these new cartoons that I didn't get a chance to review or get a chance to talk about in the past. So let's get started. So what is the new anime series the Seven Deadly Sins all about? Well, in this show, it turns out that it starts off with the princess named Elizabeth, and she tries to go across the land to find the members of the Seven Deadly Sins because her kingdom was being taken over by the Holy Knights, and she wanted to find some people who can defeat the Holy Knights, and the only people who could possibly defeat the Holy Knights would be the Seven Deadly Sins themselves. But a lot of people thought that the Seven Deadly Sins were actually dead, and Elizabeth has to go across the land to find them anyway, and she meets up with this guy named Meliodas, who turns out to be one of the members of the Seven Deadly Sins. And it turns out that the members of the Seven Deadly Sins have magic, have great powers that they're able to use to fight against their enemies. And that's pretty much what the gist of the show is all about. It's all about the lead character Elizabeth trying to find the Seven Deadly Sins so they can save her kingdom from the Holy Knights. So what are my thoughts about the show so far? I'm really enjoying this show. Like, I think the show is like a good mix between Full Metal Alchemist and One Piece. Like, you have like that story with the protagonist having all these powers, and they're able to use their powers to like protect the kingdom or protect the people they care about. And that's what happens in this series is that you have the members of the Deadly Sins each have power sets of their own. Like this one character who this giant girl in the group that's like a giant, and she's like one of the strongest members of the group. And I really liked her character because I like the fact that they explore about the fact that whether while she has like great powers as a giant, she feels bad about being a giant at the same time because people are afraid of her, and she's like trying to tell everybody, I'm not a bad person just because I'm a giant. So I like how they develop those characters and gave them like backstories, explained about how their powers can be a curse to them. So I'm liking the direction they're taking with these characters and regarding their powers. And I think the characters have done well so far. Like, I like Elizabeth and Meliodas' relationship so far, even though it's a little awkward at times. But I do like the fact that they do care about each other at some point, but we I don't think at this point we have seen their relationship really develop at this point yet. So yeah, I like to see more of their relationship develop, and I like to see more of the big bads happening in the later seasons. So especially with the Holy Knights and how they took over the kingdoms. So I am excited to see where all this is going to go, and so far I'm really enjoying this series. This is definitely one of those shows that really reminds me of One Piece and Full Metal Alchemist because of the adventurous feel. And then with Full Metal Alchemist, it also has the Seven Deadly Sins, except in this case, the Seven Deadly Sins are actually the good guys in this universe. So I liked how they did the twist on that. Now, for anybody who doesn't like blood and gore, this series is surprisingly very gory. Maybe not as gory as say Elfen Lied, but it has its gory moments there. So that's a bit of a warning for anybody who doesn't like blood and gore. But overall, I'm enjoying the series so far, and I can't wait to see more from these characters, and I can't wait to see more from this anime series. And I'm hoping that Netflix gets more new episodes of this of the Seven Deadly Sins soon. So That's my thoughts on the Seven Deadly Sins so far. And let me know in the comments below, have you seen this new anime series called The Seven Deadly Sins? And what are your thoughts about it? Did you like the series? Did you hate the series? Please comment below. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on any new videos we post up. And also, like our Facebook page. And also support us through Patreon so we can continue to push out great content for this channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rowdy's blog Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.